Alright, today we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to rank a few different things in the Star Wars franchise, starting with the 9 Skywalker Saga movies. I'll be going through them according to the timeline and sharing my thoughts and where I would rank it on a scale of 1 to 9. 9 would be my least favorite, and number 1 would be my favorite. My ranking might be a little controversial, but that's okay. There's plenty of controversy out there these days, so why not add to it? So, up first, we got The Phantom Menace. The writing on that is when I looked up the runtimes, because it doesn't have the runtime on the back, which has a pod race scene on the back. This one seems to fit less with the prequels than 2 and 3 do, because it doesn't have the same Anakin as the other two. But there are parts about this one that I really like. For example, the final battle with Darth Maul, Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan is a really good lightsaber duel. I like how Anakin blows up the Trade Federation ship and then all the droids stop working. That was pretty funny. I'll try spinning. That's a good trick. Good way to get dizzy, too. So, yeah, for that reason, with Anakin not being the same one as in the other ones, I put this one in 8th place. 9th place, we'll get to in a little bit. But up next, we have Attack of the Clones. With Yoda and some clones on the back there. To me, this title doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, the title itself, Attack of the Clones. Because the clones don't really have much of a chance to attack anybody. So, yeah, I think I would put this one at number 7. I do like this one, but it, for what I pointed out about the title not making a whole lot of sense, it just kind of doesn't seem to live up to its title, and so that's holding it back a bit. Story-wise, it's good. Don't have any problems with it there. Then up next, let's hold on to those for now. We got Revenge of the Sith. Actually didn't see this one until I was probably 12 or 13, because my parents didn't want me watching PG-13s until I was in the double digits. And this one in particular, they wanted me to wait on for a while because of the whole Vader, Anakin getting burned stuff. Yeah. Overall, this one's in my top 3 Star Wars movies. I think this one's in 2nd place, behind Return of the Jedi, and 1 spot above A New Hope in 3rd place. Yeah, this I I thoroughly enjoy Revenge of the Sith. It kind of bugs me that it took me so long to see it, honestly, but that's okay. That's okay in the long run. Okay. The sections that we'll be skipping, we'll get to later on in the video. I have a Blu-ray trilogy pack for the Blu-ray DVD trilogy pack for the prequels, as well as that's the only way that I have the original trilogy. So, with the original trilogy, like I said, I put episode 6 in first place for this ranking. And episode 4 is in third. Episode 5 is in fourth place because it improved upon what I liked about episode 4, but not really enough to beat episode 4 out of its position. So yeah, there we go. Then in fifth place, we have The Force Awakens. I do thoroughly enjoy The Force Awakens. It is really similar to A New Hope, I guess. Starkiller Base is kind of like another Death Star. It'd be the Death Star 3. For those of us that are keeping track of things like that. Which would make Rey kind of similar to Luke when he didn't know much about the Force. And then here's the back of the packaging. Old man Luke. When we get to the next one, I'll point out something I thought was kind of entertaining about one of the least popular Star Wars movies. But I really enjoy all the Star Wars movies. I don't dislike any of them. So a lot of people dislike this one, The Last Jedi. This one had a lot of funny moments for me. Like, I enjoy how Kylo tricks Snoke and then kills him. I like how Luke makes Kylo look like a fool when he force projects himself. The Porgs are adorable. And then I really like how when Rey hands Luke his lightsaber from the original trilogy, which was Anakin's in Revenge of the Sith, I think it's hilarious how he just tosses it over his shoulder like it's nothing. It's like, I don't want this thing. So I'm a defender of The Last Jedi. Is it a great movie? No. Do I enjoy it anyways? You bet. That leaves in last place, I think. Is it last place? I think it's last place. The Rise of Skywalker. Now, just because this is in last place doesn't mean I don't like where this was going. It just doesn't seem to flow well with the other two from the trilogy. Because it seems like it's trying to do an episode 8 and episode 9 in one. Trying to undo what The Last Jedi did. Part of that, I think, is because it had a different director from Last Jedi. Which made it stand out a bit. Because it was like, well, we're here. Things need to come to a close here, and we're just gonna throw curveballs in. The Emperor's Return was awesome. It's the most powerful he's ever been to my knowledge. Rey's white outfit is very reminiscent of her original outfit, shown there. Very reminiscent of her Force Awakens attire. But I thought it was kind of lame how it looked awesome, but it was kind of lame that Kylo Ren welded his mask back together. I think we could have done without him doing that. But it did look really cool with the red stitching on it, weld marks or whatever they were. I thought that was visually appealing. So yeah, that's my ranking of the 9 saga films. So now what we're going to do is we're going to switch gears and rank the Clone Wars, starting with the Clone Wars movie. The Clone Wars movie probably would have worked better as a series of 3 episodes because it's episodic. It feels like, oh, yeah, that's where one episode would end, and here's where another one begins. That's how it feels. That being said, it's a fun movie. Good storyline. The execution could have been a little better, but it's still really good movie for a TV show launch. Then we have Clone Wars Season 1. So I'd put the Clone Wars movie in last place just because it feels episodic and wasn't in episodes. All that design on the back of that. This is what's called a digibook. I think it has like a book and stuff and booklet in there. Season 2 did the same thing. I think for Season 1, I would rank it in 3rd place. It's a good season. I enjoy enjoy it for what it is. A couple of the episodes just weren't my favorite in Season 1. So then we got Season 2 with Yoda on there. Zillo Beast in the bottom corner down right there. We get young Boba Fett returning. Those bounty hunters. The 3rd picture from the bottom. Over here. We also have Bossk in that picture. And Bossk comes into play in the original trilogy as well. Maybe he's just kind of there. He doesn't do much. That Season 2 I'd put in 5th place. Last place is the Clone Wars movie. 6th is Season 1. 5th is Season 2. Then there's Season 3, which introduced Savage Opress. And I really enjoyed what he had to offer to the Clone Wars timeline. So I would put this Season 3 probably in 4th or third place, because I really enjoy what Savage added to the mix. Then Season 4, there were some episodes in there that I wasn't too or a big fan of, like the the underwater episodes. I'm not a big fan of those ones. I love how Darth Maul's back now in this. I think I'd put this one in 4th place. Sorry if I'm contradicting myself a bit. Clone Wars movies in last place. Season 1's in 6th. Season 2 in 5th. Season 3, I think, is in 3rd place. This is in 4th place. In 2nd place, we have Season 5. I like the Mandalorian arcs on this one. And the Clone Commando guy here. Awesome. I would have liked it if they did something more with the Clone Commandos. It doesn't seem like they used them a whole lot, but that's okay. Then in 1st place for the Clone Wars seasons that I own is Season 6, The Lost Missions. The reason I put this one in 1st place is because it starts to have stuff happen that leads to Revenge of the Sith a little bit. It foreshadows Order 66 because there's a clone that ended up having a malfunction in his inhibitor chip tumor. And yeah, the inhibitor chips are what made him susceptible to Order 66. For those of you who don't know that. 1st place for Clone Wars overall for me is Season 7, because I really, really loved Season 7. But I don't have that, so it's not included in this ranking, even though I just said it'd be in 1st place. Alright, up next are 2 one-off Lego Star Wars things. We have the Padawan Menace and the Yoda Chronicles, episodes 1 and 2. I like the Yoda Chronicles more than I did the Phantom Menace or the Padawan Menace. So this is in 1st place, and this is in last place. There's another Lego Star Wars thing coming up somewhere. Maybe. Yeah, there's The Empire Strikes Out. This one would be in 2nd place, and the Padawan Menace would be in 3rd and last place. So that's my ranking for that. One of my friends said that the Clone Wars was not in timeline order. It seems like it is to me, but I believe maybe some of them might not be in timeline order, but I don't think that takes away from anything. Then we got the first 2 episodes of Rebels combined into a movie. This one, I think it portrays them as 1 episode when it's 2, but it works a little better than the Clone Wars movie did. Spark Rebellion. And that's the back of the packaging. Yeah. Season 1 of the Clone Wars had one of my favorite villains outside of Vader and the Emperor. And is he on the front of the package? He is. It's this guy here, the Grand Inquisitor. His head is too small in Obi-Wan. Kenobi. Just putting that out there. They got it right with Revenge of the Sith. Then they made him just that too small. But here's Rebels Season 1. For the 4 seasons and 1 movie of Rebels, I would put the movie in 2nd place, Season 1 in 3rd place, Season 2 because of the Vader stuff, and Darth Maul's return again. I would put it at 1st place because I really enjoyed the stuff with Vader. Yeah. And then in 4th place is Season 3. Which, Season 3 didn't really do anything wrong, per se. I didn't like Blind Kanan. That was kind of lame, but he is also blind in Season 4. So, there you go. But, it brought closure to Obi-Wan versus Darth Maul. Darth Maul once again loses. This time, he loses his will to live as well. I liked what Grand Admiral Thrawn brought to the mix. He's the blue guy on the front and the back. He's also shown here in the white outfit there. Right here. Season 4 of Rebels, I quite enjoyed. I do have it in last place, but that doesn't mean much in this ranking because it's not bad. I had more fun with the earlier seasons, and Blind Kanan again, not my Kanan. I don't like him being blind. So there you go. Next will be a 2 movie ranking with Solo: A Star Wars Story, which I can appreciate where they were going with this. Showing how Han got the Falcon, how he met Chewbacca, how he met Lando. Darth Maul showing up in the end was kind of cool. It was nice to see Vision as a bad guy again. Paul Bettany. Harrison Ford's take on this was he taught this guy how he would have done a Han Solo movie, a standalone Han Solo movie. There you go. He showed that guy how he would have taken up the role for an origin story like that. The only problem I have with Solo: A Star Wars Story is how he gets the last name Solo. I think that's just dumb. Who are your people? I don't have people. So you're alone. Han Solo. Yep. Here you go, Han Solo. Kind of lame. Stupid. Oh, stupido. Then we got Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. This one's in first place for the 2 one-off Star Wars stories. I really, really enjoyed this movie. It was hard to get attached to the characters because they all die. Sorry if you haven't seen it. All the main characters die, except for Vader. So, but there's a lot of good characters in this, like Chirrut Imwe. He's awesome. He's probably one of my favorite non-Vader characters. Jyn Erso by Felicity Jones is awesome. But Chirrut and K2SO are my favorites. Outside of course, Darth Vader, because Darth Vader is Darth Vader. And I love Vader. There you go. Alright. Not included in this ranking because it doesn't add thing to the series at all is this bonus material for the original trilogy. It's just not canon to the timeline, so I don't feel a need to rank it at all. So, there you go. And we already talked about this a little bit. There's part in this where Darth Maul turns the Death Star 2 into a giant sculpture of his head, with his mouth being the laser beam. Palpatine didn't like that all that much. And then Vader ends up sending Maul through the window and blowing up that Death Star. And so the Emperor's like, Vader! Thanks to you, my Death Star and Darth Maul are no more. That's my boy. Hugs me in love. So, yeah, it's cheesy fun. And Darth Maul has like an 8-bladed lightsaber. It's like, that's not realistic, but it's funny. Then we got excuse me, seasons 1 and 2 of The Mandalorian. I was surprised when I found this on Amazon. It works just fine, as if it was on Disney Plus. I wasn't expecting it to be available, and when I saw it, I'm like, heck yeah, I'm gonna get it. Crazy. Mandalorian is amazing. I love The Mandalorian so much. It's so good. I can't say enough how much I love it. It is awesome. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this ranking video of the various Star Wars franchises. I couldn't rank Resistance because I don't have any of it. Couldn't rank Boba Fett or Obi-Wan Kenobi. Of course, that's still going. So, as of the time of recording this video. So, yeah. Those weren't included here because I just don't have them. Doesn't mean I won't try and get them eventually.